Speaking of horsecock. All right, I think it's time to hop into the daily run for today. We're going to do something Star Wars related. So a luminous drill, so a lightsaber run. Could also do a Sith run and do lightning. True. Make a Death Star, Omega black hole, and kill everything possible. What does Omega need for to be a wisp? Let's see. 24 reduces? What? Kiss your sister? All right, Shankmo, you've been watching too much anime, man. Make the Death Star the main part of the bet, but try to incorporate other stuff if you can. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Are you guys cool with pretty much what Vex said? So the goal, the true goal where we know we succeeded is when we have actually created a infinite, like a wisp. A successful wisp that follows us and everything, Omega black hole. That will be the moment of success. But throughout the run, we will try to stay in like a Star Wars theme with our build, meaning like luminous drilled lasers, that kind of stuff. Use pheromone on your sister. That's truly in the theme of today's Star Wars run. I will take telekinetic kick if I see it because it does, yeah, the force.
You have to talk like Jar Jar Dunk's FPR the rest of the stream? No, Mesa God Gamer. Mesa cold Jar Jar Dunks. Mesa your humble servant. How wooed. No again. Beings here about.
Please control yourself. Dunk, do you have a favorite obscure Star Wars character? I love cock and balls. Star Wars, you mean Klingons and stuff? Yeah, exactly. Since we're doing the Star Wars theme today, I want to hurry and get to that part of it to try to, you know, so people aren't like, what? This isn't Star Wars theme. So I'm actually leaving the first zone earlier than I suggest you should, because the whole left side could have had hearts, it could have had great resources. But instead, we're leaving early to try to see if the first Holy Mountain maybe has a spell that actually fits with the Star Wars theme. Because obviously, Spark Bolts, it ain't cutting it. This is slander and Photoshop. Please. Oh, by the way, I mixed the blood, the oil, and the flum so I could have unstable polymorphine, so that I have a way out of the very first mountain in case I need to. This is a great start, though. We didn't even need that stuff. I'm sure the extra life thing can be incorporated in Star Wars as well, right? You know, like somebody dying and then returning.
Nope.
No? Take the laser. It's the most related. All right, we'll keep it Star Wars. You know what's crazy, though, is I don't even have space for this goddamn thing. You guys and your lasers. See, I'm so angry I can't even kick the statue into the right place. I'm filled with rage that I skipped such a good perk. All because chat was like, it's the laser is more Star Wars theme. I'm actually not planning to piss off the gods yet. But I want to have that there just in case I mess up the black hole shot. Which I do sometimes. Easy. You have teleport? Oh yeah! I'm so distracted thinking Star Wars related shit. Not grabbing the obvious. Oh my goodness. That is kind of a beast. I think in the spirit of this challenge, you need to grab a horror monster, and that can be your baby Yoda. You have to carry around and keep alive for the challenge. Okay, so you want me to have a baby Yoda I have to keep alive, and at the same time have a Omega Wisp, aka a Death Star, orbiting my character at all times. Am I getting this straight? Burst of air. Is that very Star Wars? Did at any point Luke fart on his enemies? The Force push? Bro was into his sister, but bro kissed his sister. He was probably into sexual farting. We'll stick with the burst of air. Oh my god, there's so many black holes. Hey, look at this. We grab Tinker with wands. We purposefully collapse a mountain. And then now we can dig around and it doesn't matter. The gods will not be pissed. Dude, this thing is kind of annoying. I hate the knockback on it. Look at this. It spells so terrible. Found some luminous drills, which is much more Star Wars-like, but they're luminous timers, which complicates things a little bit. Hopefully this one is a little more Star Wars and also less infuriating to use. Oh my gosh. Having to melee those guys is a little rough. I'm gonna stab him to death. See how this works out. I don't think that was worth. Oh! That scared the hell out of me. It is a leggy chest. Now, chat, I know you guys would love to think up some way that leggy mutation applied to Star Wars Day, but sadly, it does not in any way. I'm sorry, we gotta stick with the theme. I would love to pick it, chat. I normally, if this was just any other run, but it's May the 4th, and we have to stick with the theme. You have to become General Grievous? Wait, what?
As a Star Wars fan, what do you think of Daniel Craig's role in Star Wars?
I think you nailed it. My favorite Star Wars moment is when Captain Kirk and Gandalf go to the Wendy's and eat pizza rolls. It's a solid moment. It's a good, you know, they did a very good job shooting that scene in an artistic way that really touches the viewer. What's up, THJ? Any advice on how to have less of a skill issue in Noita? I can't seem to get far enough. Most of my runs in the first area. I keep making stupid mistakes that cost me a lot of health. Well, like I always try to tell the new guys to stop by here, don't think that that is abnormal. That is actually the most normal. That's pretty much Noita 101. Noita starts off being a pain in the ass because instead of like kind of easing the player into the game, teaching you how to build wands, all that, they throw you into arguably probably the most dangerous and hardest part of the game, which is the early game. Like that's actually the scariest moments. Whenever I have a run die, it's because I die in the early game. In fact, if you type !death in the chat, you can see the last time I died in Noita, which was, what's it been, chat? Like a couple weeks ago or some shit. And where did I die? In the first zone. So we're gonna try to kill no bosses until I... Well, that was nice! That was really nice! Woo! A lot of the first wins aren't because you're good at every zone. You just have to get good enough at the early few to stack yourself with better spells and some hearts. Exactly. Mark Zuckerberg gets it. Unlimited power! Should have just stayed and edited it down in hell, I guess. Without it... See, it's like a little ways in front of me. Then you put the ping pong on it. Kind of cool looking, right? And then we could get our speed back if we wanted to, doing that. You're gonna want to have like a recoil damper because I'm gonna fire it and I'm not gonna. So like right now when I'm shooting this, I'm kind of trying to resist it with my by walking in the opposite of the recoil. But without resisting it, like look at my character. He just gets thrown back. So fighting enemies with that is a bit annoying. I can't remember the wand that what divide bys we need today for the Omega Black Hole. So it's gonna be Omega Black Hole. It needs to be 24 reduced lifetimes can make an Omega Black Hole into a wisp. Right? The hell's the freeze out? Freeze on the tentacle. So freeze tentacle flies out. Applicate will copy the Mathosade. Killing the worm. Oh wait, we have concentrated light. I think we can actually make this better. Oh, it's right at the beginning. Thank you, chat. Oh, that is good. Okay. So by doing it in this method, you don't have to worry about the ice chunks. But then again, you have to deal with the disintegration, which may actually be worse in this scenario. Not to question what kind of Star Wars you were watching as a kid, but I don't remember there being hentai. Why do you need the Heplicate for that? Can't you just use Greek letters? Because Mathosade, whenever you cast it, Mathosade is a very different spell from this. It doesn't summon in a single worm. It summons in like a whole barrage of worms. They all start fucking just running at you, and it does this thing where it does like a giant, like it deletes the area around you. It's this whole thing. But whenever you have a Heplicate that is copying Mathosade, see it says it casts 6 copies of the projectile in a hexagonal pattern. So it tries to copy this worm. Instead of doing all the stuff that it's supposed to do, it just makes one worm. It just makes a single worm. It almost like bugs out the spell. There is a similar thing that happens where if you put an add trigger on the Matasade or expiration trigger or add timer, it will make it summon in a single worm as well. But the difference is it uses one of the charges. While the Heplicate, as long as I don't have enough mana on this wand to properly let the Heplicate finish, which needs 6 copies of a projectile. So this needs to be copied 6 times, and it costs the mana times 6. So 225 times 6. I don't have enough mana to cast all of that. I only have 950 mana max. So this allows me to not lose any charges of Matosade, and it will only use its charges of Heplicate. Once the Heplicate's emptied, then I just Greek letter copy it, and that's how we got here. So when I fire the wand, you'll see up here, it actually does like a little boom, like a little red jump. That means you don't have enough mana. By having a wand with better mana, it would actually be an issue. You actually do not want to complete the payload, because then you'll end up using up charges of your Matosade. Will lead to a whole problem. I definitely would be down for. So this one has a divide by, so 4, 4, 2, which we don't have any 4s, but we do have this, we have this, we have this, we have this. We have everything here except for the divide by 4s. And then on this version that Indoor Cat made, we have everything? We have everything. But the reason that we can't just build this one now is because whenever we make the Death Star, it's gonna exist permanently, right? This ball of death. But we want it to follow us. It's the Death Star. It's supposed to be like wherever we walk, it's kind of like following along. And this one will just fire it, and it will just exist forever, and it won't follow the character. So whenever I walk off, we'll just leave it behind. So we have to get a method for it to kind of pull along with us. Yeah, Boomerang will work, which I don't have Boomerang, and the True Orbit also works. So my options are to glance around down here to see if I can get my hands on Summon Taikasova, even though it is one of the more rare spells to see down here. So that part kind of sucks. Or I head up, start going through some parallel worlds, and see if we come across one of them. Another divide by 10. Dunk to a girl at the bar. Wait, at a bar to a girl. Where have you been my whole life? Unborn for the most of it. Hold up. There's some layers of fucked up going on right here. First off, chat's calling me old. Second off, I don't know if they're implying I'm going for some very young individuals, but how dare you? What the fuck? Oh my! You see that? You tried to distract me. You almost got me killed. You monster. I dipped my toes in some chaotic poly on that one. My God, we've done it. There we go. Telekinetic kick. That way we can use the force. We can be like full-on Jedi shit. Oh wait, this shouldn't be there. Actually, it kind of needs to be there. Hold up. Palpatine has arrived, bitches. I want to grab Explosive Detonator. I'm going to put it on our Telewand. Okay, and I'm going to fire this off. Okay, Explosive Detonator does kill it. That's what I need to know. I need to make sure that this could kill the Omega Black Hole. So what's kind of scary is that I don't have an extra life or saving grace or even anything that heals that well. But that's all. Yeah, I'm a little nervous. In case you're curious how this kind of stuff works, the idea is with any projectile, so even like this little basic spark bolt, this spark bolt has a lifetime. If you ever set the lifetime to -1, I think it's exactly -1, what happens is it is programmed where, like, normally if so, let's say the lifetime is I don't know, 20 frames or some shit. So then it knows after 20 frames to then die off. If it's 40, after 40 frames, then die off. If it's 0 frames, just the moment it spawns, just die. If it's -1, -1 tells the game that this thing has an infinite lifetime. They programmed that in the game on purpose, I would imagine, for spells like the rock spell. Where's the rock at? This right here. When you cast the rock, it just lands there and it just lasts forever. It's just a rock sitting on the ground. It doesn't time out. Most spells time out. Well, you can abuse that because whenever you have a lifetime of a projectile, like a spark bolt, it has its natural lifetime. You can put modifiers on those projectiles, bringing their lifetime down, trying to hit that -1. Because when you hit that -1 lifetime, it now will live forever. But the problem with that is that a projectile that lives forever on its own is not going to be that significant. In fact, a lot of you have probably seen the message pop up before on your screen that says the gods are impressed, I think is the message, right? The gods are impressed means that you have created the gods are very impressed with you, is what Toshvert says. It means that the projectile will live forever. But if I was to shoot a spark bolt and it says the gods are impressed, you'd be like, what just happened? It would just fly off of the screen and you'd be like, that's it? You have to keep it around to really make it seem significant. So having things like drilling and boomerang, stuff that makes it where the projectile will actually stay near the character and stay alive whenever it runs into an enemy, and then it'll run back to you. This is what makes the community call them wisps rather than just infinite lifetime projectiles. So we are trying to make this Omega black hole into a wisp. I've never made one into a wisp before, so this is going to be a learning experience for me. Luckily, Indoor Cat was already doing some testing of stuff. But the Spark Bolt is baby's first wisp. It's very easy to work with, and it only needs 1 reduced lifetime to make a Spark Bolt into a wisp. The Omega Black Hole, on the other hand, the Omega Black Hole actually needs 24 reduced lifetimes to have a chance at being a wisp, and I'll explain why it's a chance in a moment. So you're thinking, how the hell do you get 24 of these? Well, it's pretty simple whenever it comes to the divide bys. Simple and divide bys are a bit of a pain in the ass, but in this case, divide by 4 on a reduced lifetime. This makes it so that there are 5 reduced lifetimes. So this would be 5 reduced lifetimes on 1 spark bolt, in case you're curious. This one gets a little more complex because what's actually happening here is null shot and true orbit are adding lifetime. They naturally add a shit ton of lifetime. But then Indoor Cat did some other science using add trigger and wrapping the wand and all this. So basically it's like a battle of like adding lifetime and removing lifetime and trying to create a wisp. But just know, if you had an Omega Black Hole on its own with no modifiers adding lifetime or anything like that, you would just need 24 reduced lifetimes. So that's why all this is here. It's some of them are adding lifetime, but the other ones are reducing it down, making so that whenever we fire this wand, we should have a 6%, it's actually like 6.6% chance of creating a wisp. Now, for those that are confused, why is it just a chance and not a guarantee? Because whenever a projectile is created, the lifetime is in a certain range. So let's say actually we don't even have to guess. We can literally pull up the chart. There it is. Omega Black Hole. It doesn't have a set lifetime. Some projectiles have a set lifetime. Omega Black Hole has a range. So because of this variance, every time I fire it, there's a 6.6% chance. Basically, it just means we have set our number to be exactly between one of the, let's say that it's 999. Let's say that we've set we have set up the reduced lifetimes and we've done the math where it's at 999. That means every time we fire our wand, we're trying to get it to land on the 999 lifetime amount. Not 993, not 994, not all the other ones that fall in between it. Exactly 999, and that is why you have a 6.6% chance, because you would just basically say how many are there between this and this, and it's just a 1 in whatever that. So 6.6%. The Spark Bolt one that I was showing you earlier, that one is the one that's the best. That's the one that I tend to make a lot of wisps out of. It's very easy to understand. I can very simply usually keep up with it. I don't get all confused doing crazy math. Yeah, here it is. See, 33 to 47 is the range between them. So pretty simple. Just a 14 frame range. So it's just, you basically end up setting the lifetime to a 1 in 14 chance. I've yapped for a while. We have a 6.6% chance of creating a wisp. So what's going to happen a lot of times is whenever I shoot it, okay, we may have a problem here. I did the very first shot create a wisp. It really is sticking to my character. So that true orbit works very well. I do have an explosive detonator. I just don't want to have to kill my first wisp so quickly, but I don't have any other plans to... So that's why I got the explosive detonator, so that I can put it down. I think the very first one we ever fired may have made a wisp. Did it say the... I don't know. It was... Yeah. Usually whenever you're trying to make a wisp, the ones that are unsuccessful die very quickly. It's just like shot dead, shot dead, shot dead. And then the one works is very obvious. Make a healing wisp if you get boomerang. Move reduce to the right one. Oh, do I have it in the wrong order? Let's see. Oh, you're right. That's why. The whole calculations were off. So it just probably had a super long lifetime. That's how it should look. So what's happening is, because the lifetime is so small, it's like, sometimes it's negative. You just see it for a moment. In case you're curious, this should be hurting a bit more too. There it is. See, look, the gods are very impressed with you. See, this is a wisp. But I actually have to teleport and kill it because I was out of levitation as well. So whenever I had the Nala on here, Nala makes it so my tellies, so if I shoot it without the Nala, kind of do like a little jump. And the Nala causes you to do short jumps, which allows you to have much more control, which is a lot better. But if you have the explosive detonator, you actually don't need the Nala. This will kill off the teleports the same way as the Nala does, but it also kills off all nearby projectiles, not even just the teleport. Everything around is getting its projectiles. So I can stand next to some bosses. For example, like the bridge boss shoots off polymorphine and all that craziness. If I'm just spamming my telly wand, the boss can't, they just look at me. He'll be firing off stuff, but it just dies instantly, so it doesn't hit me. It's an alternative to the Nala, but Nala costs 1 mana. Explosive detonator costs 50. That's why pretty much everybody uses Nala. This right here can make a wisp, and in fact, if we fire it, eventually you'll see that it does make a wisp.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see.
Was the first shot I fired off a wisp? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the very first one I fired was in fact a wisp. It's still in the wall right there. The very first one I fired was a wisp. The reason it's not good is because the heal is like jammed in the wall and stuff. It doesn't follow me around. So that's why you want to throw like some boomerangs on there. Now, if you don't have a lot of the boomerang spell, you can also just have like one of them and put like a divide by 4. So it thinks that this boomerang gets divided into mini boomerangs. So it thinks there's 5 deadly heal boomerang kind of setup. You probably want drilling. Yeah, probably. Well, no, there it goes. The oil blood comes with oil blood. Fire immunity. Yeah, you bleed oil, which is annoying, but you get fire immunity as well. Oh. There we go. It's a little bit loud. In fact, I apologize. Let me, for now, we're just gonna, cause I know you guys are gonna go crazy. So the null shot, what it's doing is it's making it where the Death Star actually is not so, you know, deadly. The minor inconvenience star. The enemies are like, hey, stop that. And the gamma with that. So this should be our new order. Basically all that's happened is by removing the null shot, we have now made the Death Star more deadly. The reason that Indoor Cat had did the math with the null shot before is because I had said I wanted to be less deadly. I'm scared that I was going to kill off my own character. I didn't have the plan originally to make this wisp on top of me to keep me safe. So the null shot adds a ton of lifetime. So then in the old math, he had to calculate for that extra lifetime that it was adding by reducing more. But once we're taking this away, we don't have to reduce as much. So then it should be, this is all that is necessary for a 6% chance for a wisp. And the very first shot, did I put things in the wrong spot? I don't know, we'll find out. I am slowly dying, so I had to kill it. Make multiple heal wisps? Okay. Something's off. I had to do it. What the hell just happened? By the way, this one still spawns black holes if they are not wisps because of chain spell. Ah. Dude, what? It's like fighting. It's like a battle. And yeah, the heals are trying to keep up. I'm having issues with this. We can only cast so many so fast because of this chain spell. Chain spell doesn't create the wisp in the same way. Whenever it fails to create a wisp, it kicks off an extra one. And this one has such a long lifetime that I have to wait. Because you can only have so many Omega black holes on the screen at a time. I'm literally just firing it, and I'm like, oh, did it make a wisp? Nope. Alright, well then I gotta chill. I was just clicking. I was like, please. Oh shit. Clicking intensifies. Listen, I don't know which one of you it was, but whoever shit my pants, you're gonna get banned. I'm gonna find out who you are. God damn, that was fucking scary though. I thought, oh my god, like chat's gonna fucking be so pissed. It was I who shit your pants. Gandhi, I appreciate you owning up to it. Mods ban him. Oh, come on. How can a 6% chance fail this many times? Yes, 6.6%. I understand. That's not that high. But I fired this thing a billion times. We've gotten like one of them. Oh, thank you. All I had to do was complain. All right, I'm a little scared. We move cautiously. Doing this without any extra lives or saving grace, though, is a bit stressful. So the thing that's scary about traveling around in, wait a second. Oh, son of a bitch. We are in a parallel world. I totally forgot about that. And if we go back to the main world, we'll lose. We're traveling there. Pack your bags, kids. We're walking. Did you see my health bar just fucking tank? We are on the cusp of death at like all moments. I'm a little confused on where the hell we're at on the map. You're underground, thank you. Oh, that is the meat realm. It just, the curse hit me and my health bar just fucking dropped. Hey, wait. Where's my heals? Where's my heals? Oh, thank God. I think we're still in a parallel world. I think we're one more world to go. The Death Star for Star Wars is working out, I'd say, though. It's pretty deadly. Yay. We're here. And now to give Colmy a hug. That's all he wanted all this time. Actually, there is a scary moment. Whenever you go to start the fight with him, he does have a purple shield where he will try to steal my projectiles. I think that would include my heal and everything. So we have to stay the fuck back so he doesn't yoink our heals. Come on, I can't grab it. There we go. Okay, so we wait for his shield to go down. We're gonna fly directly into him. He did not die because my heals are healing him. We have a new problem. We are edging Colmy. It's a legitimate strategy. Okay, that actually hurts. Oh my god. Look at the Death Star. It's a Death Star because it's deadly for me. Oh my god. Well, we did kill him. He did die. He coughed out. Oh shit. Hold on, if you look there, he did summon in the portal. We did already kill him. Patented. Oh fuck, man. So he moved. I can barely see his ass. Please call me. Fuck off. You can't see it, but I'm shooting him with electricity while I'm in the Death Star. I don't think it's working so great. Oh, ping pong will give us more reach. We can use that method. Now I understand about using the Force. It all makes sense. Yes! We did it! I actually gotta lock this in. This is... Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Woo! Okay, this is getting a little dicey in here. Okay, there's too much rubble. Alright, now what happens if I throw this and kick it? Excellent. So this is how it all ends in the God Gamer graveyard. Dark Sun, meet Death Star. Speaking of horsecock, I actually discovered Noita because I saw Vosh play it on YouTube video of his years ago. Is that actually a true story? I can't tell. I don't know what's real anymore, man. What the fuck?